Good morning, everybody. It is officially, I believe it's officially 1 a.m. where I am. Um, I had to prepare myself. For those of you who were tuning in earlier for the Cards and Conversation and realized that I was not on, I do apologize, but the retrograde did what the retrograde does best. It interfered. I tried on multiple occasions, uh, multiple times to tune in, and it did what it did. However, it did not discourage me. So continue to tune into Cards and Conversations, 11:11 Eastern Standard Time, um, with yours truly and love Anye Intuitive. Shout out to my bestie. We do a great job. Again, we cannot thank you enough for tuning in, and for your messages, for your questions. She did let me know that I was missed and that I was asked about, and that means a lot to me, because in this day and age, people tend to not um, show their, I'm not going to say emotions or affections, but we don't have that a lot where people ask are being asked about that lets them know that that's an encouraging thing for people. Um, and so I just want to say thank you for those that inquired on where I was and what happened. But retrograde did its thing, and because we were not able to get to the card session, I did want to still do a retrograde reading, because I do believe that there are some things that are getting ready to come out, some things that we need to be aware of, and some things that Spirit may want us to pay attention to, as we're getting ready to dive in. And as you have already seen, there are already some things that's happening, and it's like, what in the world is going on? And it is a retrograde. Even experienced it on my job. I even literally set up aside, um, my lunchtime to go along with the readings, and still couldn't tune in. So without further ado, I am going to start off with the my Angel Crystal Cards by Doreen Virtue. I just absolutely love this deck because it was actually my first deck, um, and I just fell in love with it. It was this deck came to me. I ordered one deck, and this one arrived in the mail. So I said, "All right, this you really must want me to have this deck." So, first card that comes out is Aqua Aura. Aqua Aura. And it reads, healthy communication in relationships. Heart to heart discussions and clear, assertive communication can help you understand and be understood. And if you watch the show Ashley was talking about, communications will be disrupted during this retrograde season. So before you send that text, before you say something that you don't want to um, say in a mean or derogatory word, in a derogatory way, think about it. If you got to write it out before pre-write, go ahead and do that. Don't freestyle anything in your relationships, because you don't want your relationship to crumble because you have said something out of pocket when it was a retrograde messing with your energy. So that is the first card to come out. Oh, this one wanted to jump out. Let's see what it is. It is Dolomite. Stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So that lets me know instantly that some of your faith will be tested during this time. And again, retrograde is all about bad things happening or interruption things happening. So, what you want to do during that time period is allowing your faith to take complete control, allowing your faith to let you know that everything is going to be all right, allowing your faith to lead you in the space that you cannot see. And that is the basis of faith. It's something that you hope for and evidence of things not seen. It is believing that that thing that you cannot see will come to be. And so for instance, if you're like, I'm waiting on this contract, I'm waiting on this contract, the contract hasn't got here. I don't know if this thing is going to happen for me. That is your faith starting to waver. But if you continue to say, okay, my contract's coming in, it's coming in. I did a good job. They're gonna love it. They're gonna love my proposal. I'm getting this contract. You go in and you allow your faith to say, this contract is coming to me. The contract is going to come to you, even if it's modified. And I say that because sometimes people get discouraged because it's not 100% what they want. But in that, sometimes you have to recognize that a contract, still to do the basis of the job, is still a contract. And then what also happens is that once you get your foot in the door and people really get a chance to see you and see your work and see what you can do and see what you can produce, then they may say, okay, let's revisit that thing that we didn't ask you to do and let's talk about it. And now you have another contract based off of that contract because you got your foot in the door. And so you have to make sure that you bring yourself, you bring your faith to everything that you do during this time. I'm being led to pull this card. It is citrine. Unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So again, it kind of goes along with the Dolomite card. Release those worries. Don't during this time period. Um, don't manifest bad things during this season. Because if retrograde is here and really disrupting your world, really disrupting things, don't counteract that with something else that's bad. You want to release those things, those unnecessary words, because they're unnecessary. Again, this is telling you to lead by faith, lead in knowing that these good things are going to happen for you. Okay. Whenever I pause like that, I'm getting a message, I'm getting instructions, um, and I'm being led to pull from another deck. So let's see, what is another message? And I get nervous with this deck. I'm not even going to hold you because they're straight to the point. But and Spirit is very straight to the point. I'm going to read all of these cards because it's, again, the retrograde happens. It's a lot of things that happen. And this first card is literally going with the very first card that came out, the Aquamarine. And it says, if you wouldn't say it to a friend, you shouldn't say it to yourself. And so it is that holding your mouth, holding your tongue. Don't beat yourself up. If you make a mistake, don't beat yourself up because you're not fixing the problem. You're putting more weight on you. You're putting more unnecessary worries into your life, into your situation. So just don't say it at all. Say something encouraging. Listen to encouraging music that will get you through the situation. And prime example, I had a childhood friend to pass away at this point two Sundays ago, and what pulled me through was listening to music that was uplifting. I listened to music that literally talked about God being there at my birth and God being there at my death. And so it gave me the message that everything's all right, right? Because um, God was there in the beginning, God is there at the end. I'm good. Don't worry about me. Stop worrying about me. And it's important for people to understand that. So the back of this card reads, check your thoughts with the simple test. When you catch yourself being a jerk, respond the way you would if someone was saying, hi, that shit. Uh, wait, you would if someone was saying that shit to your best friend forever. A simple bitch please usually does the trick. Today, say as much bitch pleases to yourself as you need to shut your jerk down. So again, don't be hard on yourself. Just the minute that thought starts to come across your mind, shut it down instantly. Just say, nope, we're not going there. I'm keeping this positive energy. The next card, it says, heart is the new balls. How did testicles get so hyped up as the power center of the world? The heart, my friend, has always been far more powerful than those two delicate dangly things. Check in with your heart. Put your hands over that giant thumping muscle and ask it straight up how it would run your day if it was given the chance. Then give it the chance. And this card actually goes with the faith card again. If you know that, if once your faith kicks in, it's something about faith and your heart that connects to the universe. It is something when your heart knows that you have found the one, it's like boom, 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 right? It's signifying to you that this person is the one. So when you get to that point, you're like, I'm not letting this person out my sight. I'm going to make the first move, or I'm going to let this person know that I am interested in them. And it gives you that gumption, that unction of knowing, like, I don't know what's going to come of this, but I'm going to just do it anyway. And again, that goes with the faith card. Your faith is going to allow you to do things that you normally would not do. But again, um, you got to get out your comfort zone and you got to talk positive things to yourself. And I see a few chats on this side. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please do. Um, and see, and this next card. Okay. Let me go to an. I feel like another card needs to come out from the angel deck. Heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it's trustworthy. So during this season in retrograde, some of you will question your intuition. Your intuition is going to kick in and kind of steer you. Hmm. The visual that I'm getting is you're going upstream. So like the stream is coming down this way and you're going against the grain. And it's like normally you wouldn't do this, but it's like spirit is saying it's time for you to kind of go against that grain, because in that you're going to see something about yourself. You're going to see something that somebody else has not seen, right? And it kind of goes along with this heart, because when everybody else does not have the vision that you have, once you're complete, once your task is complete and making that vision come to flourishing, then people can say, that is why you were going against the grain so hard, because you saw this when we couldn't. And thank you for this. Right. That is when the person that is as I'm talking, I just thought about Sheldon. If you've ever watched the TV show Little Shelton. I said Sheldon, but Shelton. I just started the series, but something I have always known and recognized about Little Shelton is that in his oddness, he was actually the genius. And even though he was going through life and experiencing life from his point of view, he always saw a different aspect. So whereas he would move left and most people would move right, they're like, why would you move left? And he's saying so, and this is me coming up with stuff because I haven't seen all of a lot of his shows. But he'll say something like, well, the inertial pull of the energy is going to come this way, so you're going to get hit by the ball and I'm going to miss, and people laughing at him, right? And next thing you know, the ball comes and hits every last one of them, and he's safe and protected. So that's kind of like that same energy that you're in when it comes to your intuition. You already know the plan, you already know the steps, you already know what actions you need to take. So it's like, even though it looks like the wrong answer, take it anyway, because your intuition is telling you that this will prevent you from going through unnecessary things at this time. And so, with that being said, the next card out of the spiritual 8F cards is love like people aren't total assholes. Love anyway. Of course, you've been hurt. People can be stupid, selfish, destructive, fucknuts. This is the card. Uh, but choosing to live life with your ducks up, waiting for the asshole in everyone to come out, insulates you from the brilliance in people. You'll be a force to be reckoned with if you love people with the tenderness and ferocity of someone who's digging for the gold in everyone. And so that also goes along with the faith card. I'm gonna put it under the faith card. The reason being is that if you're expecting, and it goes with this unnecessary worries, right? If you're expecting something bad to happen, it's going to happen. If you expect something good to happen, it's going to happen. And so it's the equivalent of you going through your partner's phone because you believe your partner's cheating, and then you find out that indeed your partner has been messaging other people, and it's like you wouldn't have known it was there unless you went looking for it. It's that type of energy. And it's like, if you don't want that type of energy, if you don't want to know about it, I can hear somebody saying that I would want to know about it, right? Um, but it's the equivalent of if you stay blind to it, right? And I'm saying that because what you do, mm, I feel like this is more specific for somebody right now. I don't, I'm not, because it's just the way the energy is pulling me to it. What I'm getting right now is that during this retrograde season, if you act like the distance isn't bothering you, you're going to actually help that person correct their wrongs. So if that person has been, if you don't take mention of it, if you start to pull your energy away, that person's like, wait, I'm losing a good thing. Let me come back. Let me let this person go. So I don't know who that is for. You have an inkling that somebody is not doing what they're supposed to. But I'm getting, if you pull your energy away, if you don't put too much into it, like who you talking to, who you texting, if you just pull it away and just act like that person don't exist, you're gonna pull that person to them. And I'm literally seeing, it's like that moon and wave energy. Wherever you even though, just gonna put it out there. Mind you, I have not looked at this card. So this is for you too. I don't know who getting a personal reading right now. But anyway, the next card literally says not giving a fuck is better than revenge. Not giving a fuck is better than revenge. Revenge sucks. Just watch a superhero movie and look at the villains. Those guys suck. Revenge is whack and petty and gives you wrinkles. You know what's hot? Being the bigger person and letting shit go. Hair flip that shit, honey, and move the fuck on. Literally, these cards be saying that. So it's that same energy. If you act like that person isn't doing anything and you going about your day, and that person like literally feels you moving away from them, literally feels you just like not even paying attention to them and their antics. It's like you put on this switch. This it's like you said, okay, well, it's the same energy of I can do anything better than you. That whole no, you can't, yes, I can. No, you can't, yes, I can. And it's like, okay, but I'm not gonna talk about this no more. I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how better I can be than you. And I'm gonna show you that if you don't treat me right, somebody else will. If you don't come to me the way you're supposed to come to me, then I'm just gonna leave. And whether or not you're saying these things, whether or not you have that in your head, it's like if by you just pulling away, um you're calling that person to you. It's giving me twin flame energy. Because if you know anything about twin flame, the twin flame means that when one person is ready, the other person isn't. And so the person that's ready is constantly chasing the person that isn't ready. But as soon as that person stops chasing and goes on about their business, here comes the twin flame. It's like, no, 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 but I really do want this. I'm changing. I have changed, right? That it's that cat and mouse chase thing. But it's like at this point, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I've been chasing you all this time, and you acting like I didn't exist, so I don't exist. So go about your merry little way. And or you can say, okay, like we gonna do this thing or not. Because if you're not serious, then get out my face. And if the person say, yes, I'm serious, boom, you got it. You got a happy relationship. Or if this person's still playing games, deuces, cut the cord. And for my personal friends, you know I have no problem cutting off people. And it used to be bad. I can't lie. It used to be bad. People like I was called an ice queen at one point in my life. Just from some friends, and they was like, you just be cutting off people left and right, like it's no, because I don't put up with BS. Because it's draining. It takes you. Putting up with people's, you know what? It's like you going through a mini retrograde. If you really think about it, it's like you're going through a mini retrograde, and you don't have time for that. Protect your peace at all cost. Bam! Here we go. So now we're gonna see what other messages spirit would like to say during this retrograde period, because we got some things to kind of look out for and to watch for. But spirit, what are some other things that you would like to tell the collective on tonight about the retrograde? Okay, so the Nine of Cups is what bent in my hand. I'm learning to start taking these cards because all the cards don't bend. Um, and then also behind it was the Page of Swords. So it means new enlightenment, new things are coming to you, new ideas that's going to help you um, get the gold at the end of the rainbow. It's going to bring in that blessing. So can you? Oh, we got the Page of Cups here. You know, this is kind of reminding me of a few days ago, maybe even last weekend. I pulled some cards, and some of these same cards were coming out. So you got new love coming, new ideas, new money during this retrograde period. So again, Keep that faith. Okay, what is coming out? It's a lot of messages here. These cards are like jumping out. So let me see what's going on here. I'm hearing that church song. I got a blessing with your name on it. Four of Swords, protecting your heart. So right now during this time period, you do, although you have the new love coming in, right? Still protect your heart. Because it's a retrograde, so maybe somebody may be coming back towards you, um, with some stuff, and you don't even see the new person coming. They don't see the new person coming. Maybe they feel it, and you're just like, nope, I got to protect myself from you. Um, who's what is it? Gosh, Craig David. I think it's his song. I think it's Craig David's song. I'm walking away from the problems in my life. I'm walking away. I'm gonna find some better days. So that's what I'm hearing right now. So it's just like, no, I gotta come on, Beyonce, it's coming through. Sweet dreams are a beautiful nightmare. But it's like, in order for me to have sweet dreams, I gotta walk away from the problems and the people that bring in negative energy in my life. So if that is coming towards you during this retrograde, do it. You already know who the person is or what the situation is. Cut the cord so you can experience some new things. This came out as a set, so I'm going to read it as such. So at the bottom of the deck, I guess you would say, is the Four of Cups, meaning you have been in this energy where you just feel like you just wasting your time. Like, it's like, why am I here? Why am I going through this thing? And it's like it's draining your happiness, but it's like that little hand right there. That little hand right there is spirit saying, hey, I got something for you. Just look on this side. I got something for you. What is that something? The Knight of Pentacles, meaning I have something that's going to make you wealthy, something that's going to make you abundant. Is really what I'm hearing. It's something that's going to be abundant. Um, Spirit's asking me to look at this horse. It is decorated very nicely. It's giving me, although it's not out here, it's giving me like the Six of Wands energy, like that. Um, I'm here is not Haman. What's his name? Oh God, Mordecai. So if you're familiar with the Bible, and it's with the story of Queen Esther, her cousin Mordecai is who gets set up in Haman's spot, meaning somebody. So think of it this way. I'm gonna break it down in layman's terms, in modern terms. If someone is causing you hell at the job, get ready to take their position. Basically, you hold your tongue. Don't do anything. Don't retaliate. Because in the end of the story, you're going to be set up high on the horse, the decorated horse. You're going to be the one that people are going to look to, and whose praises is going to be shouted out. That's what I'm getting into. And then, because the last card that came out is the King of Pentacles. So even if you are a woman, don't worry. This is just the energy. It lets you know that you're going to be satisfied. You're going to be relaxed. You're going to have mastered what you needed to, and you're going to be comfortable. You're going to be sitting and relaxed, with no cares in the world, because you did your part. And it's like, and if you look at him, his face is laughing. He's like, yeah, that person thought they had me, but they didn't get me. They didn't get me. Their plans failed. Okay, I'm hearing that this is going to be one more message. And for some of you, if for some of you, you already know which message is for you. Like, it's almost like you already know what you're going through in some of the situations that I brought up. But in others, I'm literally hearing, have that faith that things are going to work out in your favor, even if you're not going through anything. I'm hearing, let your faith do the work for you. Like, if you've been following me for a while, I've said all year long that around spring, some changes are happening. Um, Allow those changes to happen because it's like it's breaking ground. It's like that little seedling that you planted in the ground. It's like that little sprout is pushing through the ground right now. That this is like where you're at. Ironically, I had a sweet potato that I did not cook. And so it started growing little vines. And I said, okay, like, yeah, I definitely can't eat you right now. So I put it in some water, and overnight, the vines have started to grow, the sprouts have started to grow. It's grown a lot of roots just by placing it in water. And so that's kind of the same energy that I'm getting right now, is that it's gonna seem like overnight things are gonna happen in your favor. You're gonna start growing in areas that you didn't think was possible. You're gonna start achieving things that you never thought was possible. You're gonna become abundant in areas in your life that you didn't even think was possible. So it's that energy of having that expectation, of allowing your faith to kick in and really pulling these things out of the earth for you. Last set. Let's see what's going on. Baby. The first card, it's the Ten of Pentacles. It's that family. It's that wealth. It's that everything that you dreamed of. Um, Page of Wands, meaning you are getting a message coming to you. Baby, I think somebody about to get married. That's what I really think. I think meet me at the altar in your white dress. We ain't getting no younger, girl. We might as well do it. Been feeling you for a while now. I must confess. Let's get married. Who get married? Because at the end, if y'all saw it, was the Ace of Cups, meaning there is a love situation coming your way. Somebody is bringing you a cup. Somebody is bringing you this message that, baby, I want to be with you. We're going to start a family. We're going to start this business. We got it. So this may happen during the retrograde season. This is not an April Fool's joke, although April Fool's technically starts off retrograde in its seriousness. It's like, baby, if you get this on April 1st, this is not a retrograde message. This is just a message that's happening during retrograde season. Don't pass up your blessing thinking, oh, it's retrograde. This person you I'm laughing because Spirit be playing songs y'all don't understand. So I'm hearing you you must have just bumped your mind or something like that. You must have just lost your mind. That's the song. Another Beyonce song, but it was like, you must have just lost your mind. Like, excuse me, you coming to me with what? Excuse me, what happened? Who sent you? It's I feel like some of you are gonna say that, but it's just like, no, like, this has been planned for a long time. Again, this is the springtime. Again, I've been saying things are going to happen in the springtime for you. It's a message of love. I see new careers, new love coming towards you, how to get over something with the job, and even literally, doesn't have to necessarily be a marriage yet, but it could be a relationship. So Spirit, at the Page of Wands, if you can look right there on hands, they're lizards. But what the word I'm hearing is chameleon, meaning that this person's message is going to blend in. It's not going to even, you don't even know the type of message that you're receiving because of what it looks like. Meaning the person can be like, hey, I need to talk to you about something. Like, and you see that kind of tone in my voice. You don't expect a marriage proposal or a relationship proposal to come out of a tone like that. You're like, oh, like his tone sound like it's something serious, like something bad is about to happen. Like, oh, this is retrograde season. Let me prepare myself. And then it's just like, so I've been thinking about this, and I want to know if you could be my girl, if you be my man, and you just like, wait, what? Excuse me, what? It's that type of it's masked. It looks different, but these things are coming towards you during this season. So definitely allow your faith to kick in. Don't block your blessing. Look for ways that spirit will help you. Bottom of the deck, and this goes to all Knight of Wands. Baby, you about to be celebrating. You gonna be celebrating your wins. And you see the horses there again, dancing. I know the movie says dances with wolves, but hey, dancing with stallions. Stallions are great um, animals, great horses. They move and breathe in greatness. So get ready for these great things that are getting ready to happen to you in this season. All right. Thank you for tuning in. If you are, because my bestie always gets me, she's like, you got to let the people know. If you would like to request a personalized reading, please go to my page. There is a link at the very top where you can request. I do check it periodically to see who has filled out the survey, um, so that I can connect with you. And then after you take the survey, expect a email from me first. If you provide your email, if you only provide your number, I will text you first. Just because I want you to know that I'm not a scammer trying to get you um, to buy something or to give out your information. No. So I'm going to text you first and get a few details. I don't want to know specifics of what type of reading you want. But I will get in detail a few things so that I can prepare myself the way I need to. But definitely thank you for tuning in. And again, you can also find me on YouTube under Healing Room Tarot. So thank you for tuning in, and you have a good rest of your morning. And if you are working, a good rest of your shift.